Today, let's delve deeper into the story of the Fool of the Tarot, who is actually not a fool at all. Applying the Fool's journey to a tarot reading can transform an ordinary spread into a powerful connected story of personal evolution. When major arcana cards appear in a reading, they usually represent important life lessons, archetypal energies, and major turning points rather than temporary everyday situations. So, how can you use the Fool's Journey in an actual tarot reading? First, look at where the major arcana cards fall within the three stages of the journey. Cards 1 to 7 belong to the realm of action and ego. Here, the Fool is learning how to build an identity, make choices, take action, create boundaries, develop discipline, and find a place in the material world. If several cards from this stage appear, the reading may be strongly connected with career ambition, relationships, decision making, personal power, or practical life lessons. Cards 8 to 14 take us into the realm of the soul and the inward journey. Here, the Fool begins to turn within. The lessons become deeper. The querent may need to pause, surrender, control, confront emotional patterns, change perspective, or undergo a profound inner transformation. Cards 15 to 21 take us into the realm of spirit, liberation, and awakening. Here, the Fool begins breaking through old limitations, illusions, and karmic patterns. This stage can bring awakening, healing, revelation, freedom, completion, and eventually rebirth into a new cycle. Next, look at the numerical movement between the major arcana cards. Do not read them as separate cards. Read the journey between them. If the Lover's 6 moves toward strength, 8, the querent may be progressing naturally from an important choice or relationship lesson toward greater emotional maturity and inner strength. But imagine the Emperor 4 suddenly moving to the Tower 16. That is a huge leap. It may suggest that structures have become too rigid and life is forcing a dramatic breakthrough before the person feels completely ready for it. Now imagine Death 13 followed by the Hierophant 5. Instead of moving forward, the journey has moved backward. This can suggest resistance to transformation. After experiencing the ending represented by death, the querent may retreat toward familiar traditions, beliefs, rules, or structures because the new path feels uncertain. And finally, imagine that the Fool is the querent traveling through every card. Whatever major arcana appears in the present or central position tells you which version of the Fool they are embodying right now. If they are sitting in the Hermit, they are the Fool searching for truth through solitude. If they are sitting in the Hanged Man, they are the Fool, learning that sometimes progress comes through surrender rather than action. If they are sitting in the Sun, they are the Fool, returning to openness, joy, clarity, and childlike freedom. Now imagine a simple 3-card reading past the Chariot present, the Hanged Man, outcome, the Star. The Chariot tells us that the querent has been moving through life with determination, discipline, and sheer willpower, but now the Hanged Man appears. Suddenly pushing harder is no longer the answer. Life is asking them to stop, surrender, and see everything from another perspective. And where does this surrender eventually lead? To the Star: hope, healing, inspiration, and a much more authentic relationship with themselves. This is the real beauty of the Fool's journey. You stop asking, only what does this card mean? And begin asking, where is the Fool now? Where has the Fool come from? And where is the Fool being asked to go next? That is when a tarot spread stops being a collection of cards and becomes a story of the soul.